The elves have left Middle-earth on their way to the Undying Lands, however they were shipwrecked and ended up in Total War Warhammer. Hey, what up guys, it is Fish here and welcome back. So obviously I was only joking, you can delete your comment you were writing out just then. The elves are in Total War Warhammer. I am super excited to have another race in Warhammer. I feel like it will really help liven up the world and the campaign and online battles and stuff, so I'm so excited that they are here, and oh my god, do they look beautiful. As always, the Warhammer team have overdone themselves on the artwork for this. They just seriously look spectacular. You know, even just the eagles as well look really awesome. The elven forest dragon looks amazing. Oh, like, it just looks really, really good. So today we have an online battle, me versus Pixelated Apollo. We are both playing as the Wood Elves. I am playing as the superior legendary lord, in my opinion, Durthu. I think he's absolutely sick. And I think he's just such an awesome legendary lord. And Apollo is obviously playing as Orion, which is all the way over here. So this is a pretty fun battle. As you can see, it actually goes on for a decent amount of time for Warhammer as well. It's a good like 11-minute battle with non-stop actions, and it's really close as well. So yeah, if you want to see more Warhammer on the channel, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, because I do really want to do more Warhammer. I just never really get around to actually kind of doing it. But, you know, it always looks amazing and you guys always seem to enjoy it. So if you do, just let me know down below. But yeah, let's run through the army comps. If you want to skip this, you can click the timestamp in the description of the video, and that should just bring you straight to the battle. But if you do want to see what all these units do look like, then obviously stick around. So my main spearmen, I'm going to butcher some of these names as well. The elves have some pretty difficult names to pronounce, so I do apologize in advance. So my main spear line, I have like 6 units of these eternal guards with shields. They're basically just like my basic spearmen. They're not going to, you know, win any awards in melee combat, but, you know, they're going to be a decent, sturdy infantry line for the most part. And the fact that I'm playing against, you know, another elven player also means that my infantry doesn't have to, you know, be the best, because it's kind of coming up against its own type of force. Then behind that, for my cavalry force, I have 2 units of these wild riders. They just look fucking amazing. Look at that helmet. Like, seriously. These units are just unbelievably pretty. They are, and I think that's, you know, that just describes the elves like really well. So I've got 2 units of these guys. They're going to be my kind of cavalry force. Then off vanguarded, I have another unit of wild riders. I was planning on trying to catch Apollo off guard by charging these guys in straight away to maybe try and hit his cavalry force. But when I saw that he had spears so close to his line, I maybe should have just pulled them back. But, you know, I'm going to give them a go and just, you know, still charge that forward. Then for my archer line up here, which I've vanguarded forward, I have these Deepwood scouts with the shift shiver shards. Oh my god, it took a while. I believe they do a bit of poison damage. I think these are the poison damage ones, which I can't actually see, but I believe these guys are the poison damage ones. And again, just they fucking look amazing. They really, really do. Then as we go through my line, I also have I have my what hero is this called? My Waystalker. I pushed him up here because I thought Apollo was going to be a lot more defensive. However, I kind of, you know, brought him a bit too close to him, and he's going to take 3 volleys from all these units, and he's going to get absolutely wrecked. You can already see the arrows coming in. It's not going to be a good day for him. But yeah, he's our hero. He can shoot out of a forest while still being stealth, which is really, really good. I think people are going to use that really effectively. Then as we go back, I have 2 units of my Glade Guard, again with the different tips, with the poison tips. I believe that, no, I think the Hagbane is the poison tips, whereas these guys up here maybe do some slowing damage. I don't actually know, so I probably should have, you know, researched that beforehand, but oh well. Then I have my Eternal Guard back here without shields, so they're just going to kind of be a bit quicker. Then I have one of the, oh, this thing looks so good. The Forest Dragon right here looks amazing. Look at the detail on that, and under the wings as well, it's kind of like a butterfly as well. When you got over the top, it's kind of more, you know, grassy and stuff. It just really looks sick, and this thing just slaughters everything, because, you know, even though it is quite a glass cannon, but it still does plenty of damage. Then obviously Durthu looking badass. I think he's amazing. Oh, the detail on that is just insane. The art team is just spectacular in Warhammer. Then I have 2 Great Eagles, or these just called Eagles. No, they are called Great Eagles. I have 2 of these, so the Eagles will come this day. And then finally, on my far left flank, we have 2 more units of Eternal Guard right there. And then we have my more elite 2-handed swordsmen, which are called the Wildwood Rangers. And their weapons are pretty heavy, heavily detailed. Look at that. just going to swing and slaughter everyone right there. They look awesome. So yeah, this is going to be my heavy infantry, which I'm going to try and smash forward. Then on Apollo's flank, we don't have to spend too much time looking at the units because he, obviously has a lot of units that I have. But I believe he has the Wild Riders without shields. Yeah, I have shields on mine, but he has swords. So maybe they do a bit more damage, but are going to be less sturdy and more susceptible to missile fire. Then as we go back to his main line, we can see he has more Eternal Guard. Also, Apollo is playing as the Wood Elves, and I am playing as the other faction. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I'm playing as the other Elven faction. And I definitely think that Apollo's men do look a lot better. I think the actual Wood Elf faction, these guys look much better than my Eternal Guard, at least in my opinion. I think they do. And obviously, that should be the case because this is the main Wood Elf faction. Then we have a spell singer of life, so I guess she'll be buffing the soldiers back up and bringing them back to life. She's looking very cool. Then as we go back through his line, just more Eternal Guard right there. He has one Great Eagle. Then he has some of the Warden Dancers. These guys are really anti-large and they do plenty of damage, but obviously they're very... If they get into the missile fight, they will lose that most likely. So he has like 3 or 4 units of these bad boys, or bad girls, I should say. Then on this right flank or left flank, he has 3 units of Glade Guard with the poison tips. I believe that's the poison tips. I'm not 100% sure. Then he has his Wildwood Rangers on this side. Then finally some Sisters of the Fawn. Oh, these girls look really good. They look amazing. They really do. Hopefully I'll get some good charges off on them. Then obviously finally he has Orion right here. Again, looking sick. He has this like little javelin thing. He just shoots it like a bloody ballista. Just goes flying. Looks absolutely awesome. Then finally he has his own Waystalker right here. Already volleying over on my Waystalker. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started in the battle. We'll go ahead and click play. I'm immediately going to start this battle by bringing back my Waystalker because you can see he's getting absolutely wrecked. I'm going to use my archers just to open up on their archers. I mean, look at the way they reload their quivers as well. That looks absolutely amazing. If they just whip out an arrow, look at that, and then just load up the arrows. That looks so cool. My Waywalker is going to run away as fast as he physically can. I want to get him the hell out of there, try and survive him. But him focusing down my hero, even though it was good for him, Apollo, because he managed to get rid of my Waystalker early on, but it also allowed me to open up and kind of just absolutely annihilate one of his units of archers. If we press K, you can see I've actually managed to rout one unit with my vanguarded units. I've also lost one, but I'm also rushing up my forces. Let's slow-mo it quickly so we can fully take in what these units look like. I don't want to kind of miss anything as I advance forward. There's my Eternal Guard moving up. I have some of my archers back here. Yeah, these guys are the ones with the poison tips by the look of it. I'm not sure what the other guys do. I guess it's like slow damage, but these guys are again going to be volleying. So I'm just going to try and whittle down Apollo's archer force as quickly as possible. Just have a few woods protecting him over here. I'm getting some pretty nice hits. Yeah, as I said, I'm just going to try and whittle down his archer force so that I can kind of use my superiority. I actually forgot about these guys when I was going through my army roster. I also have some of these Hawk Riders. They're basically just like archers on Eagleback, or I guess Hawks. So they do loads of like damage, hit and run, stuff like that. Just go to click and play. My main advance, I did actually try and charge down. I think this was a really bad engagement for me. I did take out like half a unit of his Glade Guard, but still I don't think it was really that worth it. I've got my my Eternal Guard going to be pushing on this right flank. I'm really going to just try and force Apollo to kind of look everywhere on the map. I'm also going to be charging down my Eagle into these Glade Guard right now, trying to, as best as I can, just stop them from shooting. Because if I can whittle down the amount of arrows coming my way, it just means that I'm shooting out so many more shots and I'm getting that missile superiority. As you can see over here, I am just annihilating them. My Hawk Riders, even though they are taking some shots, are shooting whilst moving, I believe. So really doing plenty of damage. And then I'm going to force my spearmen up as fast as they can. The Eternal Guard are moving up into the hill and going to try their best to take and claim it. And I mean, hopefully they can. As well as that, I'm also pushing on the left flank. I'm actually all the way up on this side already. Apollo's going to try and meet me with some of his Eternal Guard, but my dudes are sturdy. They will hold. And I mean, we do have some Wildwood Rangers as well to support that. So I'm going to be charging them in, getting them around the flank, and then getting a nice little hit into the side. As well as that, we have the center. Look at this clash right now. Oh, that looks so goddamn sick. Warhammer, it just looks beautiful. It really does. And we can see Durthu in the background. moving up. Something I really want to do, and I think me and Apollo have spoken about this quite a lot, is we really want to, as my fucking, oh my god, my forest dragon just looking amazing. Yeah, something me and Apollo have talked a lot about. We want to get some mods together, just a collection of multiplayer mods, which do make the battles last a lot longer and you know, kind of add in a bunch of stuff. And can I just get a load of people to download it so we can really kind of just have these epic battles? Because one of the reasons I don't play Warhammer as much is because just I don't enjoy the battle. You know, I feel like it's way too micromanagey for me. I just want to jump in and kind of send my dudes to do something, and then it's just like a grind. So hopefully we can get some mods to do that, as Apollo gets a beautiful charge in with his, I need to look at these names, with his Wild Riders moving in. That's going to be very hard for my Spearmen to kind of deal with that. But once we slow them down, that should be okay for us, I'm thinking. Is Durthu up? Durthu is up. He just ran through the back of these Eternal Guards. Going to use his ability as well there just to go ahead and get a charge bonus. And there he's going to be just smashing them in the back. I'm going to open up with some more. So look at him just putting his fucking things through the earth and just wrecking them. You do not want to anger. He just chopped that dude in half. The elf soldier just got chopped in half. Oh my god. And he's going to just run into the back, slicing. I mean, how can you say Orion is better than Durthu? Look at this man. Oh, he is awesome. The animations are spectacular. And that's going to go ahead and push back these Eternal Guard. That's going to help me out. Now I just need to flank round, you know, hit these Wild Riders. Over on this right flank, though, I am definitely struggling, even with my Woodland Rangers, which are here. They are called Woodland Rangers, right? Yeah, even with my Wildwood Rangers, with them, they are kind of struggling against the Sorceress, but they are doing an okay job at whittling them down. And really, I just want to kind of hold this area out as much as possible. I have my Hawk Riders as well, just moving and shooting, trying to take down some of these Eagles as my Dragon moves in as best I can. I mean, look at that volley on Orion as well. He is taking a pounding from missile fire, kind of just forcing him back. Over on this right flank, Apollo is overwhelming me. He does have a superior infantry right here. Are these the female ones or not? No, these are just the Wildwood Rangers. He just has better infantry on this right flank, and he is whittling me down. And I mean, if you look at the balance of power as well, look how close it is still. It really is such a close engagement. Apollo is going to win this this cavalry engagement, which we kind of missed. Oh my god, look at the way these guys move as well. That is sick, the way they move around. I didn't notice that whilst I played. That is really awesome. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just engage again. I wanted to try and get a small charge off, but Apollo is just going to overwhelm me with his cavalry. I believe the Great Eagle is taking down these Hawks slowly but surely. I'm just trying to, you know, kind of keep this Eagle busy, keep it away from the front lines as they continue. I see that I am losing over on this flank. I'm going to be trying to use my archers, my elven superiority, just to shoot as much as I can over here. I also have my mage. I actually missed this guy out as well. This is the tree, you know, mage, which I can use to kind of boost my health and do spell cast and stuff like that. But yeah, he's just going to try and slow him up whilst my archers just shoot shot after shot at the enemy lines. I love the way they reload. It reminds me a lot of The Hobbit, you know, when they're outside of Erebor and they kind of whip out their arrows when, you know, when Franjul gives the order. It looks spectacular. I'm just going to try and whittle these guys down as much as I can. I'm going to bring back these archers and charge these guys in. These guys are out of ammunition now, so using them to push up is going to be really good. I think I have also broken Apollo's center as well, thank God. So that's going to help me out. Hawk Riders shooting in, down on his Eternal Guard there, fighting my Woodland Rangers. And he also has some Wild Riders as well over there. I'm going to be taking a bit of missile fire, but my Dragon is still here for air superiority. Durthu is just running forward, going to scare some enemies back and then probably come back to the main line. Orion is running for his life, trying to meet up with his men, but my Dragon, my Forest Dragon, is just ripping these guys apart. So strong. The Elves have a really, really good air roster, so they're definitely going to be a potent force to be dealing with. And I can't imagine many factions are going to be able to beat them in the air if they're used correctly. We actually haven't seen any of these girls going in this battle, unfortunately. The Warden Dancers, we haven't seen any of them, but I imagine they did plenty of damage. My tree dude, look at him go. He's like, come back, guys. Come back. I just want to be your friend. Look at him chasing after him. He looks hilarious. Absolutely awesome. So basically, if we press K, we can take a kind of glimpse of what's going on at the moment. The main engagement is right here. Apollo won the left flank. I kind of won the center. And then also Apollo just about won the right flank as well. But luckily enough, I do have, you know, my Dragon left. Durthu is back up to, you know, up to full health pretty much. I have some Hawk Riders still remaining. But look how close the battle still is. This could literally go any way. because I've only really got my Eternal Guard without shields right now. Obviously, I have Durthu just fucking wrecking fools, just getting his, I guess, his tree roots and just slicing everyone. I honestly think Durthu is just amazing. Look at him go. I mean, look at that attack. That's awesome. Yeah, so Durthu's going to be doing plenty of damage. My Hawk Riders are getting shot, but I obviously also have my Dragon coming in. And this Dragon is definitely going to, you know, help destroy the Eagle, because Apollo doesn't have too much infantry here. He mainly just has individual characters. So getting this Dragon down will be really, really good for me. I think there's a spell coming in over here. I'm not sure what spell it is, though. Look how tired our soldiers are as well. That's really not good. But I mean, Durthu being full strength is really good for me. My tree spellcaster is going to get wrecked. We do have a few soldiers over here. I think Apollo still has his Waystalker moving in. Obviously, a very, very strong archer force. He could be out of ammunition, though, because we shot a lot of arrows this battle. My Dragon has moved down into the engagement. I think he's going to send this Eagle. Oh my god, let's just take a look at that. That looks amazing when it's on the ground with its wings tucked in. That looks really, really cool. My Dragon is just going to be opening up on the spellcaster, hopefully routing it as best I can, and then it's just kind of a close down on Orion, because if we kill Orion, a lot of his other units will rout. I use a special arrow there. Oh yeah, here we go. These are some of the what are they called again? The war dancers, or they? Yeah, the war dancers. Sorry, I called them wardens or something like that before. The war dancers. They're two-handed swords. They look badass, just swinging and slicing as best I can. However, we are going to overwhelm them with our numbers and send them back. And here we are. Oh, Orion looks amazing. Look how Orion's just standing there like, yo, what's good? We are going to be pushing on now. By the looks of it, we are going to clean up the rest of the infantry. There's going to be a spell being popped. I think this is a replenishment spell. It is indeed. I'm going to try and use my treeman to get some HP back. I think Apollo is bringing up some spearmen in the back. And my dudes are just marching. They look so sick when they're marching. Look at that. They look amazing when they march. Durthu, just go wipe them out. My Dragon is still just rinsing away at his spellcaster. Some of the archers are shooting my soldiers in the back as we try and take care of Orion. He is going to push back in my first assault here, but I still have plenty more to send. My Dragon is coming. Durthu is angry with Orion. He has messed around in the forest too long. And he is too old for this shit. He is going to advance forward. I'm just sending everything at Orion. There's a few soldiers here. Oh, the Hawk Riders going in. So the Hawk Riders are still, you know, a really good distraction for us. They did plenty of damage there on that charge. And, you know, they're obviously going to die if they get overwhelmed. But, you know, I can use that force just to kind of hold up a unit whilst I do other stuff. The Hawk Riders, I think, are really good. And here we go. Durthu is going to come in, find Orion. Even though Orion looks fucking massive as well. I did not realize how big he was. Not as big as Durthu, though. My Dragon as well is just cutting away some soldiers as they try and run from the battlefield. But I think this is going to be it from Apollo. If we press K, we can see that the balance of power is going in my favor. I'm overwhelming Orion as best as he tried to hold the line. I am going to be surrounding him, smacking him with my roots. Every spearman is after him. I think some spells are coming in to help him out, but it's just not going to be enough. Oh, look at that. I guess that's some sort of magic spell. I think Orion, this is actually Orion's ability, maybe? But yeah, they're like wolves. That looks really cool. There we go. It's a Pyrrhic victory for me. It was extremely close towards the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll go look and see what units really racked up the kills, and I love how they've brought this back. This originally wasn't here for 40 versus 40 unit battles, but they've brought it back, so that's amazing. CA did a great job there listening to the community, because, you know, I want to see how many units I killed. So Durthu getting 112 kills, considering he had so much HP left, he could have gone in even more. My Eternal Guard not racking up a ton of kills, but they did pretty good, you know, they did what their job was, they're cheap. My Archer's doing pretty good, and then just my Forest Dragon just slaughtering everything. One of my units of Hawk Riders didn't do too well, and I mean, look at that as well, my Waystalker, you saw how wrecked he got at the beginning of the battle from just being out of place. He still got 28 kills, that's okay. Apollo's his Wild Riders doing good. He brought a lot of cavalry, which was pretty smart, I guess, to, you know, kind of silence my Elven archers. But apart from that, nothing else really going in too much. I guess some of his Eternal Guard doing good for what they are. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more Warhammer, let me know in the comments down below. I'll also probably be streaming this a lot more, like a campaign or something, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.